Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna do the Selenium environment setup for you all. Alright, now this is very much part of module 1. Okay, so the objective for today's class will be list the software required for Selenium and prepare the setup. So we've got these three setups that we're going to install today. Download, install them, and prepare the environment. So we'll be downloading and installing Java, then Eclipse and Selenium WebDriver jars. Okay guys, one important thing. I'm not gonna go through each and every slide of this PPT because I'll be doing whatever is written on these slides directly here for you. However, I have uploaded this PPT so that you can download it and you can refer directly to it. I've also converted into PDF. Alright, so you can also download the PDF and start working with it. I've mentioned all the links, everything, each and every step with the screenshots so that you don't miss anything. Alright. Okay, so step number 1 is the Java installation. So we have to download and install the latest version of everything, be it Java, be it your Eclipse, or be it your Selenium jars. Okay, so I'm gonna go directly to Chrome now because I'm not gonna go through each and every slide of this PPT here. So let's go to Chrome. Okay, now I've opened up the same link here. What you have to do is, okay, I need to go back, I guess. And that's the link that's present in the PPT. You have to click on this Java download. Alright, when you click on it, you get to see this page. Now if you scroll down a bit, you will see that you have two radio buttons. This is decline and this is accept. So you have to click on accept the license agreement, and then you can download anything you want. So if you're working with Windows 32-bit system, then you're supposed to download this executable. Okay, if you're working with Windows 64-bit system, then you have to download this executable. If you're using a Mac, then you have to come and download this DMG file. Alright, I'm not going to download this because I already have Java on my system. Now once you download this, okay, and double click on this executable to install Java, and Java gets installed, you have to follow all the steps that comes up. Alright, during the installation. Now when Java gets installed, and if you pick up the default location that your installation has taken, then you will get to see Java here. So you go to C drive, okay, and then scroll down, you have to go to program files. I'm going to program files 86 because I've got a 32-bit system. Then you will get to see this folder Java if your installation is absolutely correct. Okay, double click on this. If you have both these folders, JDK and JRE, that means your installation is absolutely correct. If any one of them is missing, that means you have to reinstall Java. Why? Because your installation was not correct and some of the files are missing. So what will you do? You will delete this folder Java from here, install, that means download your executable again. Make sure your internet connection is not interrupted. Alright, double click on it and follow the instructions. Once you see both these folders, that means your installation is absolutely correct. Now, once your Java installation is done, we would like to set some environment variables, okay, for which what you have to do is, can you see computer here? Now I'm working with Windows 7. You might be working with Windows 10 or you're working on a Mac system. So all you have to do is you have to go to the properties of your computer. So go to properties, right click, go to properties. You will see this advanced system settings. Okay, click on it. Now once this pop-up comes, click on environment variables here. Now you can see that there's a path here, path variable set here. Alright, and there's a path variable here as well. Alright, now in the presentation I've also mentioned that you can also set Java home. So if you want to follow that, you can go back and refer to the PPT and set Java home also. Otherwise, if you're just setting the path here in the system variables, that will also work. So all you have to do is just click on it, edit it. Alright, and if I go and look for Java, because that's how it is in Windows 7, otherwise if you're working with Windows 10, all right, the latest versions, then you don't have to, then you don't get to see these kind of pop-ups coming in. You get the proper environment variables. All right, you can add more to them. Okay, now if you can see this, guys, okay, you can see that I've defined a path which is till the bin folder in JDK folder. Within JDK there's bin, and I have taken the path till there and mentioned it here. So all you have to do is go to the end. If you're clicking on edit, if you're working with the previous versions of Windows, okay, if you're working with the latest one, then you just have to add it as a new variable. If you're working with Windows 7 like me, then you have to place a semicolon here, and then you have to give the path till this bin folder. So you have to get inside Java, then JDK, and then bin. Take this just to Control C, go back to your environment variables and just paste it after semicolon and press OK. Alright, this is how you will set the environment variable. I'm gonna click cancel because that's already done here. Now this is how your environment variable gets set. Why am I doing so? Because if you don't do so, your Eclipse will not get installed. Because Eclipse, what will it do? It will automatically read your Java installation. So if you don't have Java on your system and you're trying to install Eclipse, it won't happen, because Eclipse will try to read your Java path, which if it is not there, it'll give you some error. Okay, now this is how you will do your Java installation. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to go to eclipse.org and get the Eclipse. So we're going to go to Eclipse. Alright, simply you have to go to eclipse.org. If you can see this icon here, it's IDE and tools. Click on it. Okay, we'll choose Java EE, which is Java Enterprise Edition. This is for core Java. We'll take Enterprise Edition because mostly people work with the Enterprise Edition projects. So we'll click here. Okay, now you can choose any of the packages here, and the download links, you will find the download links on the right hand side. So Oxygen is the latest one. Okay, so you can click on Oxygen and take the one which you need. If you want to work with if you have a 32-bit system, then you need to click on this. If you have a 64-bit system, then you need to click on this. If you have a Mac system, then you have to click on this. So like I've got 32-bit, so what I'll do, I'll click on 32-bit here. Okay, and then you will get this download link. Click on it, the zip file will get downloaded. Okay, now again I won't do this because I already have. To show you, I'll go to D drive. Now your installations by default pick up your location in C drive, but what I've done is I've changed it to D because I've got most of my work related things here. So if you can see here, I've got this folder Eclipse. I placed the zip file here and then I unzipped it in the same folder. Okay, and within this unzipped folder I've got this executable. Okay, now you don't have to come again and again to this folder and double click on this executable. All you have to do is just right click on it and pin it to the taskbar or start menu, whatever you want. So once you do so, okay, it gets pinned up like this, and then you can start your Eclipse. So that's how your Eclipse gets downloaded and you're all set to work with Eclipse. Now we've got Java, we've got Eclipse. Eclipse won't give you any error, alright, during the installation because your Java is in place. The next thing we need to have is our Selenium jars. So the third link here is for the jars. Now that's the link, and I've mentioned this link in the PPT. So you need to scroll down because we want to work with the latest version. So take 3.4, which is the latest one. Now you don't need all the zip files or all the jars. All you need is these last two: Selenium Server Standalone and Selenium Server 3.4.0.zip. Just click on them, they will get downloaded. A good idea is to place all the jars in some folder. Like me, what I've done is, if I go back here to D drive and if I go to Akanksha, because that's where all my things are related to Selenium, see, I've created Selenium jars here. Alright, and my jars are present here. So I've got the Selenium server standalone. I've copied it here, and then I have unzipped that zip file, Selenium server file. All right. Now, inside this, you've got this jar, and there's another folder called lib, wherein you've got a number of jars. We need all these jars into our workspace. That means we need them in our project so that we can start working with Selenium. Okay, now I've got my Eclipse open up already. We've got everything in place. We've got Java, we've got our Selenium jars, and Eclipse is open right in front of you. Now what do we have to do? We have to create a Java project, for which we will click on this file, go to new, and click on Java project. And now here we'll give it a name. Let's say I'm giving it my Selenium, my first Selenium project, something like that. Okay, and click finish. Now this gets created here. If you expand it, you will see that Eclipse has automatically picked your Jari system library. This is the reason why I was telling you that it's important to have Java in place before you install Eclipse. Alright, and there's a default folder called SRC. Now what do we want? We want all the Selenium jars. Alright, and then we'll create a class so that we can write Selenium script. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this project, go to build path, and go to configure build path. Right click, build path, configure build path. Now you have to click on libraries. If by any chance you get source selected or project selected by default, then you have to click on libraries, click on add external jars. Okay, now see, it has brought me where I've got my Selenium jars. So I'll click back on Selenium jars. I'll take Selenium server standalone, click on open, again click on add external jars, go inside this folder, take this one, node.ps.jar, again click on add external jar, click on lib, do control A and open. So you can see all the jars have come up into my project. Apply and close. So you can see I've got Jari system library and I've got reference libraries. Okay, now they're nothing but all my Selenium jars. Now I've got all the required jars in place. Now I have to create a package. So what I'm going to do, I've got this default folder, SRC folder. I will right click on this, go to new, and create a package. Okay, how do I create a package? Now first of all, I'll give it a name and then I'll explain why am I writing it in this way. So I'm going to write it like com.udemy.selenium.webdriver basic. Let's take basics because we're going to start with Selenium basics. Now first thing to observe is everything is in small. Whenever you create a package name, everything has to be in small. Now the second question arises, you might be thinking, why have I put this ... thing here? Now you can call them rules also, okay, and we have to abide by them. Now com.udemy, that means that it is my company's name or my organization's name. Alright, you might be working with any ABC company. Alright, now if you've got a website, if you're working on a particular project which is abc.com, so it's a good idea to start your package name with com.ebc. So that's defining the project that you're working with. Then is selenium.webdriver. So you can consider as the component of that application and then the sub-component and then the sub-component. Why have I named it like this? So that if you're working with an application, obviously you will be having certain Java files for the entire project, alright, and not all the files will be in one component. Different files will be in different components, and to improve the readability, it's a good idea to place them in different packages. And how to name the packages based on the component we're working with. How to name those components, we'll start with the organization, or you can call it a project or anything, and then we'll come down to component, then sub-component, and then the component, sub component you're gonna work with. Okay, and then click on finish. So you get to see this kind of thing here, and then you have to right click on this package now, go to new and say class. So we're going to create a class now, Java class, and since it's my first Java class, I'll name it as my first Selenium script. Let's name it like this. Okay, alright, you have to choose public static void main and click on finish. Now you can see that you have got, now it's no more gray because you've got certain file, some file inside this package. That means it's not an empty package. Alright, it has changed its color, and this file gets created for you. We've got a main function and we've got this class, and the name is what I just gave, my first Selenium script. So this is how you're gonna create the setup. From the next class onwards, alright, in the next recording, we'll be working with Java concepts, and we'll be working with the basics of Selenium. Alright, so we're gonna go one by one so that we're doing it in the right way. Alright, I hope you've got each and every step here. If you've got any question, you can definitely post your questions here. I'll be glad to take them up. Alright, till we meet in the next class, bye and have a very good day.